What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the In the Round podcast. It's your boy, Matt Burrill, hanging out in the luxurious DM Monday studios here in the heart of Music Row, Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to TL and the boys. Make sure you guys check out that podcast. We have a blast on there. All kinds of shit gets said. It's awesome. Well, on today's episode 92, we've got probably our youngest guest that we've ever had. Actually, I think SJ, when we had her on, was only like 18 or 19. But we have our boy Mason Horne. He's got a brand new record coming out called Plowboy Diaries. The kid's been doing a lot for a long time, and he hasn't even moved here yet, which is really, really cool. He's been out doing shows. He's been really doing the damn thing. And myself and Sweet Boy behind the camera, shout out Matt McElwain. Ladies, he is single. Y'all be sure to check him out. We actually got to go over to the studio that he was recording at. One of the tracks on there, Haymaker, that he wrote and is cutting with Mr. Heath Sanders. We got to go and watch that process happen. It was really fucking cool. So shout out to Mason and his team for letting us do that. But this episode is wild. We say all kinds of stuff. We really find out what Mason Horne is all about, and it's cool. Now into the sponsors, Whaletail Media. Shout out Gracie, Wales, that whole crew, Beezy. They are great. They're busy, and we want to keep them busy, you know? So check out our friends at Whaletail Media. Content. Speaking of content, Mitch Wallace, the digital marketing agency. Need help with your TikTok, your Instagram? Go check out our boy Mitch. He'll take care of you. He takes care of us. He takes care of a lot of our friends. So go check him out. Speaking of friends, our friends at Saxman Studios, Grady and the boys. Great product for a great price out there in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Been a part of all kinds of hits and songs that you've heard of, and been a huge factor in the scene of developing artists and developing talent here in Nashville. So if you're looking for a spot to record, go check them out. We're going to get into it now, episode 92, with my boy Mason Horne. Be sure to check out his new record, Plowboy Diaries. This is the In the Round podcast. So where in South Carolina are you from?
I am from Pageland, Jefferson area, which is a really like small map dot, but I was calling Columbia home for a while.
Okay.
And so Columbia is kind of like where I'm at right now.
Okay, yeah. See, I like Columbia a lot. Like Columbia, I've had a few good times there, being out on the road with TL and the boys, and I know it's a spot. What's cool about growing up in South Carolina, music is a big thing out there. You guys have legends that have come out of there. People love the music scene, and it's not one of, I mean, you'll have your fair share of bars that are that play like the club music and do all that kind of thing, but they really celebrate live music out there.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, from, you go to the beach and you've got the beach music scene. You got fucking Marshall Tucker. Alabama made it big at the Bowery. Like, it's a big music spot. I feel like it's just right there in the world where so much music kind of collides. And and not just country music. There's people that rock out there. There's an urban music scene. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of rappers. Yeah, dude.
In South Carolina, a lot of that stuff.
I grew up with a bunch of dudes that are so talented at rapping, man, and I'd love nothing more than to see them blow up and get big. But the rap scene is so competitive, bro. It's like so many people do it.
Yeah, it's different than the country scene. And for you, when did you start doing music? Because you're how old now? You're what, 19, 20? You're 20?
Yep, I just
growing up, man, because I think I first met you when you were like 18. You had just come.
I was either 17 or 18, yeah.
Because it was when I first started doing the rounds at Live Oak. I think you and Trippy were in town.
And you snuck me up there.
We snuck you up there. Trippy was like, let my boy sing a song. I thought he was your dad for a second. I was like, man, who's this guy, Trippy from Carolina, bringing his son around in a bar? And he got up there and sang, and it's been cool to kind of watch you grow up, and you're not even here in town yet. So what's your journey kind of been like with getting started and doing this music thing?
God, man. So, I mean, I played guitar my whole life, and I sang in church and stuff. And, I got to be 14, and I was like, man, I'm going to write a song about this girl. And it worked, dude. I got the girl, and I was like, fuck it, man, this shit works. So I started writing songs for women, man, and then I started getting my heart broke by those women.
Yep.
And I started writing sad songs about those women. And, I mean, man, it was, and you write about life, bro. But what you're saying, I'm getting to what you asking me. What really got me started was posting that stuff on Instagram, man. And I had several pretty big people follow me. One really stands out, man. Thomas Rhett hit me up when I was like 16. He DM'd me on Instagram, and when he did that, that kind of like changed my like whole perception. I was like, man, like if this guy thinks what I'm putting out on a piece of paper is good, like, and he's where he's at, I need to take it serious because maybe I could be there one day, you know?
Yeah.
And I just started writing every single day, man. I know this is gonna sound crazy, and I don't think I've really ever told. Not a whole lot of people know this, you know. That's
Is this your first podcast, or have you done a couple before?
I did one yesterday. That was my first.
Really? Which one?
Something from West Tennessee. It's
Okay.
some kind of like a venue, mud place.
Oh, mud bogs.
Yeah,
hell
dude.
yeah. We love us a good mud bog.
Oh, bro, I went to the Redneck Rave last weekend, and it lives up to the name, man. Like 10,000 drunk rednecks in the woods on heavy equipment.
Yes, we've seen lots of. I've seen lots of those being out with Trey and being out with Muscadine. And
Oh, dude.
I've seen all kinds of shit in the mud parks. I don't think we've been to one in South Carolina, have we, Matt? I think we've done a lot in Georgia and Mississippi. I'm sure they have them out there.
We've got two that are great.
Yeah. So what's this story? What's this exclusive info we got?
Dude, so when that happened, bro, like I said, I don't really tell a whole lot of people this, and I'm not condoning anybody to make the same decisions I made, but dude, I hated school with a passion. I grew up on a farm, and I went to school, man, and I wouldn't go. Like I started smoking weed, and I just wouldn't go to school. I just didn't care. I don't know if it's just like where I was at in life. I had a rough childhood and shit.
Yeah.
But they made me go back. Like they took a warrant out on me for truancy, and I was gonna fucking go to kid jail. And I was like, oh man, maybe I need to slow my roll. So they told me if you don't go to school, you're gonna go to jail. So I told my mom, I was like, Mama, if you want me to stay here, because I don't care if I go to jail. I was like, if you want me to be here, go get me another decent guitar where I can really focus on writing my songs. And from then on out, man, I went to school every single day, but I didn't write my name on a piece of paper. I didn't do nothing in school. I just wrote songs all day long, like a job. Like I'd write. I wouldn't have a guitar or anything, man, but I'd have song ideas and I'd write lyrics all day, and I'd go home and I'd know what I had in my head to play. I could hear the chord progression in my head, and I'd write like 2 songs a day, and I'd post at least one to Instagram every day, and that's what started it, man, was just dedication.
Dedication, and you don't exactly have co-writers out there when you're that young doing that.
Dude, I was writing by myself every day. I didn't have anybody to write with. I didn't even know like co-writing was a thing. Like, I was like, I thought everybody on the radio wrote that damn song, and like I was 14, 15-year-old kid. Like I didn't know. Like,
were any of those early songs? Are those any that are out there now?
Several, man. Like Lonely Peace I wrote when I was 16. Jaeger and Luck. I mean, Good and Goodbye, Ring in the Drawer. Like all those songs were written in a little outbuilding in the woods, man. Like that's where my stepdad put me a little shack out in the woods to go be by myself and play my guitar in, so I didn't aggravate my mama. And that's where those songs came from, man. And it came from real life shit, man. It came from real life shit. And
yeah, because that's what's interesting about you too, man, is that you are so young doing this thing, and you've got songs that talk about older topics. Like you have a song that talks about having a wife. Like, have you been married?
No. I mean, I was planning on being married, but see, what's crazy is I like to write. See, I'm not writing these songs 100%. It's poetic freedom.
Yeah.
And I've heard so many stories coming up of just tragedy, in relationship, whether it be my mom and my biological father, or my grandfather and his wife. I've heard all these stories growing up. I'm like, I want to put into music what that emotion that my grandpa told me, like what he felt like when he lost his wife, like talking to me like I'm his best friend. I want to write that song for him, even though he doesn't know it's about him. You know what I mean? He's a preacher. He probably won't ever hear it. He's listened to a couple of them, but I write songs about situations that might not be about me per se, but I lived it.
You're reporting on the world around you.
1,000%. And I think that's what good songwriters do. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, that's what I really loved was the songwriting. It wasn't even the artist thing. I didn't even know that was possible. And I was thinking like, what if I wrote a song and like a big artist heard it and wanted to cut it? That's kind of where my head was as a kid. Like this is where, like, this is what could help me get started, would maybe be writing a song and somebody hearing it. And then that progressed into, you know, people telling me to record the songs and put them out because they liked the way I sang them and shit. And that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah, and you have some songs that are outside cuts as well that you've put out, right? Or songs where you've been in the room with some big writers.
Yeah.
Like, what's it like being a kid and being in a room with fucking Randy Montana, or being in a room with like big boys like that? Like, how did that all kind of come to be? Because that's not something to be taken lightly. Like,
no.
that's some heavy hitters in town taking a chance on you as an artist, putting out those calendars are busy. They don't just write with anybody. Like, how did that all come to happen?
Well, man, so like I said, dude, songwriting was what initially I really, really loved. And, excuse me. So I studied who would write these songs. You know, I Googled the songs I'd hear on radio, and I'd be like, man, like, these songs, like, I love the lyrics.
What was the Randy Montana song that you were like, I want to write with that guy?
It's the John Party, I Can't Turn You Down, I Can't Turn You Down.
Yeah.
I was like, God, like, the way that song, like, just... You can picture every line in that song.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that guy is amazing. Like, I want to write with him. And I knew that he was like a person that I probably wouldn't get a write with.
Yeah.
And he, you know, I got a really good team of people around me, and I think they sent some of my stuff over to him, and he was like, yeah, I want to write with him. And we wrote Cold in California together, which is
that whole project is the only thing about this town that changed. Like, there's just songs that stick in my damn head, you know.
Yeah.
Like, not trying to sound like a damn fangirl here, but like, your shit slaps. Like, it's good, and I'm excited to hear what's coming on this next project, which you're in the process of working on right now.
Bro,
that's why you're here in town, right?
Yeah, man. It's gotten me emotional several times because, dude, like, this is called the Plowboy Diaries, which I know is probably, like, people are going to hear that and be like, it's kind of fucking girly. But I got the idea, dude. I worked on a farm my whole life. And
what were you guys farming?
We're farming turkeys, like big turkey barns, and cows and hay.
Okay, that is the same thing. Do you know S.J. McDonald?
I've heard the name.
So she is a really good friend. She's like my little sister. She grew up in Virginia. Her family's been doing the same thing for the last 100-something years.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I've been by that farm, and those turkey operations are no joke. You got a lot of birds to be doing that the right way.
Yeah, man. And when they're full grown, they're upwards of 50 pounds. And, you know, if the thing about it is, dude, they'll get sick. And, like, I hate the way people make farmers out to be, like, on the internet, or, you know, just
farmers only, that.
Like, these dumbass some bitches, like, hell, we might talk with a draw and stuff, but we got to be a doctor. Like, we don't get any days off, and, dude, but that's where the idea came from, was, dude, walking through them turkey barns and picking up them dead turkeys and working my ass off, and I was like, the Plowboy Diaries. Like, everything I've written is just like a story, like it's like a diary, you know? Yeah. I was like, I want my first album to be called that, because I think that projects what I've done with my music perfect. Yeah,
and that's the authenticity is such a big thing too.
You know, that's one of those things that I never had to think about, being authentic. I guess I grew up so far in the sticks that, like, when I came here, for the first time, it's such a big culture shock that everybody was like, he's the real deal. Like, he's from the sticks. And I never really, like, thought about being anybody different, because what I did was working. You know what I mean? Like, people were really liking the songs that I was writing and stuff, and that's what I've always wanted to do, is just, you know, I want to write songs, man, that somebody can hear, and it might not be the song that the first one you throw on in the car with your buddies when you go to drink a beer. I want that song. I want you to turn me on when you're going down a dirt road by yourself, and you need that damn extra oomph to get through. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of music I want to make.
Yeah. That's important. Those kind of songs are very important, and a lot of folks have been there. And even if it's not a dirt road, like driving back, like where I'm from in New York, there's plenty of times where I would throw on those early Brantley Gilbert records. I would throw on like and Sweet Boy back there is a big BG fan as well,
My
and
Lord, dude, huge,
and all that. And
huge.
it's like you listen to like modern day Prodigal Son, and like I feel like he's talking about going to Milledgeville. I've been to Milledgeville. I've had interesting experiences in Milledgeville, but like he paints the picture and puts you in his hometown, puts you in that map dot, just like what you're doing with your shit. You know, it puts people in that map dot that's not quite Columbia. You'll say it's Columbia because people don't know where the fuck you're from.
Well, that's where I'm at right now, but I mean, dude, where I'm from is like, it's just, dude, it's so small that we ain't got nothing to do, but we have dirt roads, bro. And I know this all sounds so fucking cliche. I know it does, dude, but we got dirt roads. And they sell us beer underage. And I'm sorry if I get anybody in trouble for that, but we don't got an amusement park or
what's like the grocery store out there?
We've got a food line.
You got a food line.
We got a food line, and we got an IGA on the other side of town.
What the hell's an IGA?
An IGA, I don't even think they're around anymore. I think it's like the last one on the face of the planet. But like, it's a little. Imagine if Family Dollar was a grocery store.
Oh, shit.
You know what Family Dollar is?
Yes, yeah.
But imagine Family Dollar being from the 1980s. That's what IGA is like.
How many kids were in your high school?
I think I have no idea, dude. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, but probably like 400 all together, yeah. Something like that. 400 or 500 maybe. It's really small. But we've got kids from 3 different towns going to one school. So Mount Croghan, Jefferson, Pageland. Pageland's really the only true like town out of all of them. Like Jefferson's really tiny, and Mount Croghan's kind of like a community. And I live in Angeles, which is another. It's like these little communities of people, and then they all send their kid to this one.
And is that where your family was from for generations? Like, is that one of those kind of things? Born here, live here, die here? So,
like, my stepdad, he's 4th or 5th generation farmer in the same spot. And my mom, she's from Lancaster, which is like right down the road. And my papa, like the other side, my biological side family is from North Carolina, but I don't really associate myself with them other than my papa.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carolina, born through and through. Oh, you packing that? How do you pack a lip? Let's see. How does the boy wonder pack a hammer?
You know, you got sometimes you hit it with the side. It just depends on how you pick up your can. But you know, I always just a little
quick smack.
The old faithful.
I never got it. I mean, these are pouches right here, but like I was like, I do it like this dumb way. I still get. I mean, these are pouches, so it don't matter. But like, oh, you're putting in a big boy. Let's see.
That ain't too big, man.
Put a good dip in. There you go.
I used to pack them.
What was the first can of dip you ever bought, or you ever had somebody else buy it for you?
First can of dip I ever had. I actually remember. 7th grade. Hold on, let me get near the microphone. 7th grade. Shout out to Dalton Hudson if you're watching this. My buddy Dalton Hudson, he had somebody that was older that could get it for him. And so I handed him like $40, bro. And he brought me back like just one roll of dip. But those like, I forget how many cans were in the roll.
It's usually 5.
Yeah, like 5 cans. And those 5 cans lasted me like 7 months because like the first can that I went through took me like 6 months to get through because every time I put a dip in, I'd end up on the floor like, God, I will never do it again. Just don't make me feel this way. You know, just completely puking. And my mom started catching dip cans and catching me with dip in my mouth. And
the worst is you leave the can in your back pocket and it goes in the washer and dryer.
Well, I was lucky. So this is before she met my stepdad. So I'm living on Highway 9, which is we're still in the fucking sticks, but we're on the highway. And my house is like 200 yards off the highway, and people would throw fucking, litter in our yard, and so I'd pick up the trash out the yard in the morning time before I'd go to school. And so 99 times out of 10, like for the first year, she would catch dip, I'd be like, yeah, Mom, somebody threw it out the window, and like I found it, and I just thought the can looked cool. And she'd buy it. She probably didn't really buy it, but I kind of got away with it. And then, I was like 15, 16 working my own job, and she couldn't really tell me what to do.
What was your job?
I was a floor man at an auction barn.
Floor man at an auction barn.
Yeah, man.
So I actually use that line all the time because people try to haggle with me at the merch table when we're out on tour, and I say, "Hey, man, this ain't the co-op, this ain't the auction barn. I ain't moving cows and chickens." Because they're like, "Hey, man, can you do the shirt for 15?" I'm like, "No, I can't."
It's a set price.
But it's just funny
we
because
have margins we have to meet.
So what does the floor manager at an auction barn do? Are you just shoveling shit, or like
no,
what are you
man,
doing?
So we weren't really selling. We're selling wholesale products. We weren't really selling like cows and chickens and shit. That was a different type of auction, but this one was more like commodities. Like people would bring in really nice guns and shit in there, and it was really interesting to watch. The business of it, and I got to be an apprentice under an auctioneer, so I can auctioneer. But
you can auctioneer. You can talk fast. You can do the talk fast thing. What is auction? What is fast? This is gonna sound really country with a lip in. What does an auctioneer sound like?
If I was going to start off like selling that little flag right there, somebody would pick it up. The floor man would like pick it up and he'd show it to everybody. And the floor man's job's to call the bids. Like when somebody throws their hand up, you yell so the auctioneer knows to raise the bid. So you start off like, we got that flag right there. What we gonna start them off like 5 to bid. Here, bid 5. Here, go 5. 4. Go 3. Go 3. Go 2. To bid 2. Here, give $1. Here, go 1. Now 2. Here, go 3. Go 3. Go 4. And yeah, man.
What was the wildest thing you saw go in there?
Dude, all kinds.
Because South Kakalaki, you see a lot of shit. Like, we see
we're
shit.
historical, bro. So, like, somebody's fucking great uncle is liable to have, like, a full-on, like, Confederate, like, artillery set in his backyard that he found in the creek.
And it was just in the creek?
Yeah, like, for real, man. Like, so much cool historic stuff came through there, like, bolts off of original buildings in Charleston where the British blew cannonballs through them. Like, I had, like, the bolts where they would screw the building together. Like, all kinds of crazy shit. The craziest thing.
Like, where you were like, what the fuck is that doing in our shop?
Oh, God. There's a lot of boxes. Like, there's a lot of people that, they'll go yard selling or something, and they're just trying to get rid of this shit. Like, they're trying to make a quick flip.
Yeah.
Like, they'll go yard selling, and they're like, I'll take this to the auction and double my money. And so you get these boxes that are like, you don't know what's in them. You just kind of pour them out on the table. And
they don't even know what's in them.
Countless vibrators, dude.
Vibrators and dildos?
For sure, bro. Like, rolling out on the floor in front of kids. Like, yeah, man, like, I wish my original, like, auctioneer boss guy, he's like 70 years old, but he's so cool, bro. He's a moonshiner, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if we should put that in,
there.
No,
we're cool talk. I don't give a fuck. We're good.
I didn't say his name, so it doesn't make a fuck, but he's just cool, bro.
Is that shit still, like, a real thing? Because I know back in the day during, like, Prohibition, that was a big thing.
Dude,
like, is
his
it still?
biggest customer is one of the deputy sheriffs.
Oh, shit. So it's like small town, county line.
Yeah, like you get caught in the wrong place. Like people, it's one of those kind of towns where a lot of crazy stuff happens, dude. Like
there's your inspiration for writing some songs, though. Like you said, like
I'm blessed to make it out of that. Like because it's not a good place entirely either, man. Like there's a lot of like I lost last year. Like I lost like 3 of my friends to getting killed like by a gun. Like
really?
Yeah, just. They're in such a small environment where they don't know anything other than that, and it's like it's sad, bro, because they don't think like they've never been to Nashville and they don't have like a dream like mine that's like they see it like what could happen. They don't have that like thing, and so all they know is like violence and drugs and
yeah. Then that ain't a good way to live at all. So how old were you when you first came out here to Music City?
17, I think. 17,
and where was like some of the first places you went? I'm guessing Trippy was with you around then?
Yeah, dude. So I had met this guy on Instagram. He DM'd me, and he was like, I want to, like, bring you out here. I think you're really good, like, shady type thing. I'm not going to mention any names or nothing, but I met Trippy around the same time, and Trippy was like, I didn't know Trippy like from Adam, but Trippy was like, yeah, I'm going to Nashville around the same time. And where we like ended up connecting was I didn't want to fly. Like I've never flew in an airplane.
You still haven't?
Still haven't.
Okay, that's funny because that's again something you have in common with you and Sweet Boy. Lots of similarities here. Sweet Boy flew on an airplane for the first time about 2 months ago, and he's like, "I can't wait to fly on an airplane again." He's so excited and so giddy about it.
Dude,
is it that you don't? Is it that you don't want to? You've just never had the opportunity, or what is it?
Well, I've had the opportunity once, and I didn't want to do it because I'm not afraid of heights, okay? I'm afraid of things that I can't control.
Okay.
I'm not flying the fucking plane. I don't know this dude. Like, I'm not talking to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm entrusting this guy to bring me up 30,000 feet in the air and to get me.
You'd rather drive how long is the drive? I'm sure you have it mastered now.
Oh, it's like 8 hours altogether, stopping and getting food and gas and everything.
Yeah, so that's not bad at all. Like,
But that's where me and Trippy kind of met was... He was like, I'm going to Nashville around the same time. And I wanted to bring my girlfriend, too. And he was like, you can bring your girlfriend and just, like, stay with me. I'll come with you to meet the guy. Because I was kind of worried. I was suspicious about the dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll come with you so that it kind of looks like you have somebody with you that... He isn't just going to plain out shit me, like, to my face.
Yeah.
But I met with... first of all, I went to Broadway, you know... seen Broadway, I was like, holy shit, this is incredible. And then,
so much music in one place, so much energy in one spot.
Yeah, it's like you go from having one caution light to a whole like street of nothing but music. And I'm like, holy cow, like I want to live here. Like I don't want to leave. And what was crazy was I didn't realize like how big like what I was doing at the time was. Like I met with Sony, Big Loud, and like my first time ever coming to town.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize at that time what that was or what that meant. And I wish I kind of knew then, but now I kind of don't because I soaked all that shit in and it was like a drug. I was like hooked. I was like, I got to do this for the rest of my life.
Well, it's kind of like being a kid in school and going on a field trip to whatever, like to go and see what you're interested in or this or that. Like you learned, you got an education. You just got it through music and through farming and being in a small town, you know?
1,000%, man. And, you know, I did good in school until I didn't give a shit, which was like 10th grade. And, I mean, I had several teachers that hated my guts. Like, they probably still to this day.
Were you a little rambunctious shithead or no?
No, I was.
Or were you pretty quiet? Were you pretty quiet in there?
I was the type of person where I'd match their energy. Like, if they were a dick to me, I'm gonna be a dick to them. Like,
yeah.
I know the kids in the class. Like, I was the kid that like everybody liked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would sit in the back and just write my songs and not bother nobody. And the teachers always would get pissed off because I wouldn't do my work and send me out of class. And they get tired of sending me out. Like, it was just one of those things. And a lot of the teachers actually got interested in like what I was doing. And I had like two teachers that really stand out. One of them, Miss Blackwell, she's an English teacher and she writes books. And so me writing, I think we had something in common, and she would grade me, which she doesn't teach at this school anymore, but she would grade me. So I had like a 99 average in her class. She would grade me from the songs I would write. She was like, if you could write a song in my class and turn it in, I'll give you 100. And like, dude, she was awesome. And I had one teacher who was a straight asshole to me, acted like he didn't believe in anything that I was doing. And then he talked to my sister. So my sister's a couple years younger than me. He was like, I want you to tell your brother. He's the vice principal now. He was a math teacher. Now he's vice principal. But he was like, I want you to tell your brother I listen to his music every day. And he's like an inspiration to me. And I was like, holy shit. Like, he was a douchebag to me for a reason.
Yeah, dude, it all kind of comes that full circle. What's it like coming in town, trying to do the music thing and being under 21? Because that's got to be a pain in the nuts.
God, dude, I don't get half the respect I feel like I deserve. Like, and I don't say that to be like cocky. You know what I mean? I feel like there isn't many people I don't know of many people my age that are, you know, people are like, my numbers are pretty damn big.
Yeah.
And all I ever get is shit for like, why are you writing about drinking? You don't know nothing about drinking. You can't even get in a bar. Like, why not listen to the song and then judge it? Like, if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, explain that to me. You know what I mean? But don't not listen to the shit and be like, you look like a kid. You're 20 years old. You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't judge the book by its cover. It's
Absolutely.
the classic cliche. Don't judge the book by the cover. Open up and read the pages, and you'll see what I'm doing here.
Absolutely, man. And I'm thankful for my fans in general, because if they're a fan of mine, that means they tore that page open and they took the time to listen to something and have common sense. Like, I love my fans because I feel like they have an open mind. You know, I'd rather not have a fan that's going to judge somebody for the way they look than, you know, tearing back a few pages like the people who, you know, love my shit do. I mean, I'm just thankful for who I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and got to talk about another young collaborator of yours, and probably the song it looks like there's been streaming really like extra well for you. All of them are doing solid. But how'd you get linked up with the boy from I guess Gallatin, Mr. Chase? How'd you and Chase get linked up?
I met Chase at Bus Call at Tin Roof, and to be honest with you, like, I told Chase this too, but I didn't know who Chase was at the time, because I got tunnel vision, man. I kind of just focus on my songwriting and stuff like. I barely, you know, get on social media and stuff like that unless I'm watching Joe Rogan. He walked up to me. He was like, "Man, I love Take Me Back," and this, that, and the other. And he looked kind of familiar, you know. And I was like, "Thank you, bro." I dapped him up, and then he jumped on stage, and I was like, "Let me check this dude out." And then he played County Line, and I'd heard that on TikTok.
Did his thing, yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, like, this dude's badass, bro.
He's a performer, man. Chase Matthews, who we're talking about here, he is a damn performer. Kid puts on a show.
He has the thing, like, when he is on stage, bro, you want to watch him. Like, he's very charismatic, and he's super intelligent. Guy is super smart and a hard worker. That's one thing that I, like, really noticed about Chase, like when we went to go whether it be from recording like vocals, us doing like the acoustic video shoot or like the music video, like he wanted it to be right.
It was business. It
was business, man, and I respect that because we're both young, you know what I mean, and we're both in the limelight, kind of, you know what I mean. Him a lot more than me, and to see somebody like him be so serious about what he's doing, it was inspiring.
And you guys both grew up in around where there's shit going on in the small town, you know, like you guys have that kind of upbringing where what he's seeing in Cheatham or Rutherford or whatever county he's involved in both. He does
such a great job of illustrating that, dude, not only with music, I mean with the words in his music. Like, the words in his music are phenomenal, but the feeling that you get hearing him sing the songs and the melodies are just like, this dude, like, he knows how these situations feel. Like, he can make a party song, and it feels like a party song. But when he talks about, like when County Line comes on, like, I should have known better. Like,
yeah,
this dude knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, and it's something that so many folks, and that's I think a big reason that the small town folks are doing so well right now when it comes in, and we see it with TL as well, and with other people is. Right now, it's like you think about like something like TikTok or something, throwback to Vine or YouTube and Instagram. All that stuff is free. You don't have to be watching the videos on CMT. You don't have to have this paid thing. You have to have a phone, but almost everybody has a phone or a tablet or something. And it's people in these small towns are consuming the music and are hearing about, like, they're related. The only thing that changed about this town is you. Like, that's such a relatable song to folks from a small town. Guy or girl gets their heart broken. Like, this town's still the same. Everybody's still out there doing their thing, but you're not here with me anymore. And same thing with County Line.
Everybody's hungry for that thing, man. That thing, because I feel like sometimes, you know, music gets watered down because somebody does so well for so long that everybody wants to ride that coattail out until it goes. And I feel like people right now are hungry for that that next wave of people that are, you know, making great music. And Chase is a perfect example of somebody that's killing it right now.
So how did Cheap Shots come to be? Like, so you guys dap up at Tin Roof, And then I'm guessing you guys exchanged numbers, or you guys are chatting on IG or something.
Well, he gave me his number, and we got it talking, and he was like, "I'd love to do a song with you." And I was like, "Hell yeah! Like I'd love to do a song with you." And I wrote Cheap Shots like 2 years ago with a good buddy of mine. Shout out to Justin Anderson.
Hey, I know that name because I remember when he was Outshine.
Oh yeah, bro, he's killer.
So quick little sidebar. So when I used to do my work up in New York and New Jersey doing radio, Outshine used to come through quite a bit and play at a bar in Hoboken, New Jersey, right across. So it's like Hoboken, New York City's right there. You can see the fucking Empire State Building from the little tiny bar. And Outshine came through, and that was when I first met Justin and what those guys were doing at the time. Again, Carolina like the Carolina boys doing things. So that's badass that you and him are connected too.
Oh, dude, he's from the town over from mine. So we're from that same neck of the woods, man. And, he found me on social media. We're from the same area. And he's the one who really got me, like, playing shows. So, dude, if it wasn't for Justin Anderson, man, huge shout out to him, I would not be nowhere where I'm at right now, man. He threw me in front of everybody that he knew, and he was successful, dude. Like his voice is in
Yeah,
incredible.
you know when Justin's singing, like you can hear his voice, and you're like, that's Justin, immediately. So you and Justin write Cheap Shots. Now, where does that song come from?
So he had the idea, and he brought it up to me like a couple times before, and I don't know if I didn't like it at first. And then we were sitting in person, and he said it to me, and I kind of heard him say it in person, and it kind of clicked in my head. But he wanted to go more of a, like I'm, 30-year-old guy. I've been through some shit. Like, I know how it feels to have some cheap shots on my heart. So I'm going to go to the bar and take some cheap shots. And I was like, there's an extra layer to this song somewhere. Like, with the word cheap shots, like, there's so many, And I was like, dude, I want to write it about you get your heart broke, you go to the bar, take some cheap shots, you see her and her new boyfriend walk in, and you beat his ass. And then you go to jail, you get out of jail with your side chick and take some cheap shots with her. And like I wanted it to be like the most ultimate fuck you story. Like the kind of shit that like you only dream about, and he's like, yeah, that's cool, but how are we gonna write that? Like, that's a lot. And I sat over there in the corner for like 15 minutes, and I kind of had like a rough draft of it, and we went through, and it was Cheap Shots. And I didn't ever think I was going to record it or put it out because it was like edgy. Like, I was like, there's no way I can pull this off. I'm saying bitch. They're going to be like, this kid saying bitch, like he's disrespectful. And Chase said he wanted to do a song with me, and I was like, Chase just did County Line. He's whooping a new boyfriend's ass. Like, this is perfect. Like, this is the song. This is meant to be. And we sent it over to him and his team, and they loved it. And we went in and got the job done, man.
Where'd you guys shoot the video? Was that back home in Carolina, or was that out here?
That was at Lex's office on Denumbrium, the social club. The little red building on the left right there.
Yeah.
Right there, dude. Yep. That place is epic on the inside, man. Like, it looks insane.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that. I don't even think I've been in there.
I've shot like 3 music videos in there.
Really? Mm-hmm. No shit.
And fun fact, too, Take Me Back. The music video for that is where Ernest and was it Morgan Wallen wrote Flower Shops.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
That like prison cell looking thing. Yeah, that's right there where Ben Burgess lives. Lex owns that, and he let them go in there and write, and they wrote Flower Shops, and that's where we recorded the Take Me Back.
No shit. Yeah. That's cool. So some good juju going on in that room. Take Me Back's another one where people are like, what's this kid talking about? Like being so young and talking about tougher subjects. Where did that one come from?
Man, I damn.
Because the opening line, the hey mama, like I'm locked up, like that opening line draws you in. Like, oh shit, there's a story here.
So I hate to give away my like secrets and like be like I'm just bullshitting on all my music because that's totally not what it is. Yeah. It's poetic freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't really go to jail, but I was going through a breakup. I was like 18 years old, and I got really, really drunk one night and did some shit, and I got beat up by this really big dude. Like, when I say big, I'm not talking about like big. Like, He's like 6'8", 300 pounds, and not fat, like muscle.
Paul Bunyan looking motherfucker.
He hit me once and knocked me out for like 15 minutes.
Jeez.
Well, I wake up disoriented because I'm drunk, like blackout drunk, and then I got knocked out, and then I wake up and I'm like out of it. Well, I walk all the way from my cousin's house, so it'd be like probably a 7-mile walk in the cold to a gas station, and didn't have my phone, didn't have anything, and I asked the lady in there, I was like, "Can I use your phone? I need to call my mom." It's 4:00 in the morning, and they're dead asleep. Like they don't drink and stuff like that. And I was like, I hate to make this phone call. Like this feels like that jail call. And I called my mama and I was like, "Hey mama, like I need you to come get me from the marathon. Like I don't know what else to say. This is that one time that I need you." And I remember how terrible that felt because the next day I had to be in Nashville to like do a whole bunch of recording and stuff. I was about to put out my first EP.
Yeah.
And so I think it kind of went to my head. And I remember how shitty I felt for like the next 2 weeks. And then I went to go see that girl that I had broke up with, and she like basically told me to kick rocks, like she didn't want anything to do with me anymore. And I remember going home. It was like an hour-and-a-half drive from Charlotte back to Columbia, and just breaking down. And I just started saying all these words, dude, into my voice memo, and I wrote that whole song in like 15 minutes going down the road in my car. And I went home, and I played it for my buddy. It was my roommate at the time, and he cried. And I kind of knew that song was special because of that. Like, he cried about it, and I was like, he doesn't even like country music, so the fact that he cried listening to that song was special. And then I was like, maybe it's just the first time I've played a song for him like I just wrote, he felt special. Then I played it for Lex, and Lex was like, I love it. And then everybody who heard it loved it. But I didn't want to put it out on that next EP. It would have been the Cold in California only thing. That EP, like, I didn't want to put it out. Like, I didn't want to put Take Me Back out. Like, I thought it was too emotional and this, that, and the other. But we ended up putting it on there, and then it blew the fuck up. And I was like, this song is, like, special, bro. And now it's my favorite one I've ever did.
Yeah, dude. As I've always wondered what the story is behind that one, because that's some deep shit.
I didn't realize what I was writing. Like, it took the reason why it's my favorite now is because, like, 2 months ago, man, was the first time I ever really, like, listened to it. Like, I was down in the dumps, man. It was like Thanksgiving, yep. So it would have been about 2 months ago. And I was down in the dumps. I was away from home, and it was like the first year without my family around me. And I was like, man, this hurts. And
Why weren't you around the family?
I don't really want to get
into I got you.
It's some personal stuff that kind of happened, man. And that song just came on, like, randomly on my Spotify. Like, I wasn't even, like, it wasn't play on my playlist or anything. And it just came on. And I just remember breaking down, and I, like, listened to every word that I wrote that I never paid attention to. And I just broke down, man. I was like, dude, this is really, like, my life. Like, this is what I feel right now, and my music's helping me. So I get so caught up in trying to write songs to help other people that I kind of don't listen to them to help myself. You know what I mean?
No, I got you. Absolutely. So this new project, Plowboy Diaries, what have we got to look forward to on there? Like, it's coming.
Oh, dude, too much to talk about, bro. Like, I feel like
how many songs?
12.
Oh shit, full length.
Man, and these songs are all like.
And this is being put out as an independent.
Mm-hmm. From what I know right now, I can't really talk about all that stuff. But from what I know right now, we got a lot of people that are talking, and it's Nashville, but it's independent for right now, man. And this team, man, Lex, Carrie, Randy, Alexa, Trippy, man, we all put everything into it. And not saying we haven't with every other project, but this one was like, we had 12, we've worked our ass off to have all these singles. Like, we just wanted to have music just to be able to throw out. And when labels talk to us, we'd be like, yeah, we've got this many singles. We're ready to go.
Yeah, it's like having a resume.
Mm-hmm. And I looked at Lex, and we kind of were at, like, I was at a point where like my numbers, I've got a lot of people listening to my stuff, but it kind of you get in a rut in South Carolina where like you're playing these same spots and people kind of know they can listen to you every Friday or Saturday, and I was kind of like at a point where I was frustrated, and that's when I talked to you last time. I think I had mentioned that I was like, man, it's just like it's a grind, and I forgot what I was getting at with that, but oh yeah, I was telling Lex, I was like, man, like. I want to move to town. Like, I'm trying to get to town. And he was like, okay, well, we need to come up with a plan. And I was like, I want to drop an album. And he was like, let's fucking do it, dude. Let's take all these singles and let's just make an album. And we did it, dude. We took all the songs that we were planning on putting out as like singles or EP. And
is there a single one that you're most excited about? Where you're like, this one could be a game changer?
God. Like, no,
well, is there one on there though, like where that really, really sticks out?
I love how Cowboys Say Goodbye. I feel like that song's it's like one of those timeless type things. I love.
Who'd you write that one with?
Matt Roy.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, man, and he wrote "Done" with Chris Jansen.
Yeah, so
he's got that cowboy type.
So funny thing about Matt Roy, where Matt Roy grew up and where I grew up was about 30 minutes maybe apart from each other. And I didn't know him. I first met him. I first came to town, and I met him through another Carolina guy, Taylor Phillips.
Oh yeah,
who's back in North Carolina now, lived here in town for a bunch, and has all kinds of hits out there. Mm-hmm. But at the time, Matt Roy was like the young kid living in town, and cool. I believe he went to Belmont, so he moved here young too. So that's cool to hear that you're writing with him, because what you're going through right now, and being the younger guy that can't get into all the bars and doing this at such a young age, I think he was doing that exact same thing. Rewind like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Me and him were talking about that, man, and it was crazy, like what we had in common being from two different, totally
being
parts.
From completely northern New Jersey and small town South Carolina could not be more different.
Mm-hmm. And have so much in common. Like, that was crazy. And so we immediately clicked, and that song was just...
Yeah. Then you got one coming with... We'll talk about one of my favorite girls in town, Miss Taylor Austin Dye.
Oh, Lord.
Talk about Taylor, because she is the shit. I love me some Taylor Austin Dye.
That girl right there, man. If any of y'all are watching and you don't know who Taylor Austin Dye is, you better look her up right now and follow her while you can, because she is hell on wheels, and I ain't got nothing but good things to say about her.
How'd you and her get linked up?
So I was following her on TikTok, man. I heard her... Water Me Down song. Yep. And I was like, dude, she's badass. And so I had this duet I had written with Lex's wife, the song that I don't know if you've heard it yet or not, but we wrote a song called Tonight I Need You. Or I Need You. I'm not sure what we're going to end up calling it, but we were looking for a female to do a duet with, and she was the first person to come to mind, like right off the bat. And we sent the song over to her. And she loved it, and she came in, dude, and Lex is not the type of person to, like, call you and be like, somebody did something great, and he called me while I'm going down the road on the way to my girlfriend's house, and he was like, dude, this girl can sing, like, she killed these fucking vocals. I was like, I want to hear them, and she's just awesome, man. She's awesome, bro. Like, You can drink with her, and she jokes around. I played a show with her in Blythewood, and man, she's top tier.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites. And make sure you guys check out Taylor Austin Dye. Shout out, we love you, Taylor. Mm-hmm. She's a bad bitch. She's a lot of fun, and she'll if you're over at Red Door here in Nashville and you have a chance to hang out and take a drink with Taylor Austin Dye or just chill with her, do it. Take advantage of that opportunity and enjoy you some Taylor Austin Dye. She'll make you laugh your ass off too. She's funny as fuck.
Fucking hilarious, dude. Imagine playing a show with her and see we both got fucked up. Like, so imagine that. Like, we're playing a show together, sitting like here to the other side of that couch and drinking a lot of liquor.
Well, she's from Kentucky. She can hold her own.
Mm-hmm. Well, she can hold her own, dude, and she knows how to drink too, and she'll get you drunk. That's the thing. She'll be like, I'm not 21, you know what I mean? So I'm not supposed to be drinking in the first place, but they'll, bring her liquor up there, and she's just, hand him that one. So I'm on the same level as her, and dude, by the end of the night, I don't even think we knew what we were singing. Like, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, everybody's gone. We're singing to like 3 people, and they had to basically pull us off stage to be like, "Hey, y'all are done. Y'all are drunk. You're missing like half the words." Like,
gets to that point.
We were repeating the same songs like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like, we had a great time. And once again, y'all get a chance, look her up, dude. We got a song coming out, and it's gonna be.
Yeah, and then another collaborator on the album, Mr. Heath Sanders.
Goodness gracious!
Talk about that old boy for a second,
Dude.
because I love me some Heath Sanders, and he's actually a part of a song that he wrote with our buddy Dawson Edwards that I believe Justin Moore is going to be putting out, called "Raised on Red."
Raised on Red.
That's the one that's been in our friend group for a very long time.
Red on the back.
Yes, and I've seen Dawson Edwards sing that song since I met him about two and a half years ago, and now to see that come. But Heath, I've only met him once. Seemed like a really good dude, but you obviously know him a little bit better than I do.
So I've been knowing Heath for like 2 or 3 years, and so Trippy he used to own a bar, and so that's where I met Heath. Was Trippy had Heath come out and play his bar. Well, Heath grew up Pentecostal, so we immediately, like, the same thing with him. Like, we've automatically got a bunch in common, And then he's Heath, dude. You hear him sing, and you're like that's coming out of that's coming out of that redneck man right there.
That's country music right there.
Oh,
to a T.
Yeah, bro. And then his songwriting is so real. So I immediately, bro, and I knew Heath, like, his music before I met him, and meeting him made him become immediately, like, I don't have heroes, but he's one of my heroes, man. Like, I look up to him in so many ways. Like, he came out to a show I had in Alabama, man. It was a shit show. The sound guy.
Where in Alabama was it?
I'm not going to say where at.
Well, you could say what city, what town.
I honestly don't know. I don't know what city it was in, but it was.
Was it even a city? Or
I was playing with
town?
Cameron Marlowe. I was playing a show with Cameron Marlowe.
Yeah.
And the sound guy they had for us, so Cameron Marlowe had his own sound guy, obviously, and then they had a sound guy for like the opening acts, and he had us set in good when we were sound checking, and then when we got on stage, it was like fucked.
Yeah.
And so I was really upset because there was a lot of people out there, and like I was trying to explain to them, y'all, I'm sorry, like we're having sound issue, and I got emotional because I had found out some bad news at the time, and he was at that show. He went out of his way to come watch me, and he was talking to me. He was like, "Hey, man, like, you're writing some songs that, like, I've never heard somebody your age, writing like you, and if you're sitting here worried about the damn sound at some show in Alabama, like, you're crazy. Like, you got a lot bigger things to be sitting here emotional about." And he's just one of those guys that, like, anytime I know I need to talk about something serious, he's got my back, man. And with him jumping on this song, we wrote the song together, And
what's it called again?
Haymaker.
Haymaker. I can guess off prior knowing Heath and knowing you that Haymakers, it can go a few different ways with a title like that.
So it started off, him and Casey had the idea of Haymakers.
Casey
Paraday, his guitarist.
Okay, yeah.
And they wanted to write a song called Haymakers, and it'd be about Maker's Mark and, like, talking to whiskey. And that's genius, too, We got to writing into that, and I started reading the lyrics, and I was drinking some beer, and I had to take a piss. And I started reading through them lyrics because we were stuck on a line. And I was reading through them, and I was like, man, it really kind of, like, sounds like you're talking to God. And I was like, hey, Maker, I could use a little help, me, better than I do myself. Like, that was the original line for the Maker's Mark version. And I was like, dude, what if we write this song like you talking to God, like he's your friend? And me and him both grew up Pentecostal, and we're rebellious in their eyes because we're country singers. So it's one of those subjects where, like, we can really relate to that aspect of talking to God. And I was scared to go in there and say I had that idea to do the song because we were already halfway through with it. And I walk in there and something told me, man, I was like, dude, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I want to restart writing this song and call it Haymaker and make it about talking to God. And Casey and Heath looked at each other and they were like, yeah, bro, that's way more, like, powerful.
Yeah.
And dude, we started writing that song, and it just started thundering and lightning out of nowhere, bro. And it was like we started getting goosebumps, man. And we got through with that song. It was late at night, and we knew we had something special with that one. I didn't know that, Heath would ever come and cut it, or him cut it, or I cut it, or anything like that, or him even sing on it or anything. And we wanted to put it on this album because we love it, and we sent it over to Heath, and Heath was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. But, he signed Big Machine, and Scott Borchetta's got to, look at it and listen to it. And so for a week, I was like, he's going to shoot me the fuck down. Scott Borchetta's going to say, kiss my ass. And then they were like, yes, Scott Borchetta said he loves it. So I was like, let's fucking go, baby.
There we go. You got the green light. That's awesome, man. So about Heath being a hero, who are some other kind of heroes of yours? Who are some people you haven't had a chance to meet yet that you're like, I really appreciate and respect what that guy does?
I wanted to be Jason Aldean for ever. I wanted to be Jason Aldean. Love Jason Aldean. But Eric Church, man, me being a songwriter, and he's a Carolina boy, he's a hero for sure. And Keith Whitley, another huge one. There's too many to really list. Bob Seger's another one. If you listen to my songs, I try to write multiple stories into one big story, and Bob Seger's where I got that from, man. But there's too many to list. But those are 4 really big ones. Tom Petty too, but those 5 are.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. What's a goal that you have for this year? Because you put out a shit ton of music in 2021. We know we got this album coming. What's kind of your goal? What's something that Mason Horne hasn't done yet that he wants to do this year?
I want to sell shit out. That's the main thing. Because I love writing songs. I don't really focus too much on the social media thing. It's good, and I respect the hell out of everybody who does it. But I try to write songs and focus on what I'm good at, because I'm not good at making captions and taking pictures. I suck at that. So I leave that up to the people who are good at that. And I love playing live, man. So when I get out there, a goal of mine is to, when I play a show, man, I know I'm going to have that place packed, and they're going to scream those words back to
What
me.
are some of your favorite places you've played at so far?
Blind Horse in Greenville,
Yep.
by far is my favorite spot, dude.
Love me some Blind Horse. I've got quite a few stories there we can talk about off the microphone.
Oh, dude, yeah, bro. I opened up for Tracy Lawrence, and my first time ever playing Blind Horse sold out. I'm standing, and it's like a mosh pit in front of me, and they're screaming. I get off stage, we leave, because I had to be in Nashville. We left for Nashville that night. We leave, bro. It's all over the news that Blind Horse Saloon, there was a huge bar fight.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, there was one night. I love the crew at Blind Horse, and it's the same crew
so great.
Same crew that does Coyote Joe's out in Charlotte, North Carolina. They do a great job. Hospitality top notch. If you're looking for a great place to play,
Take care of you with food.
Yeah, everything, the whole 9 yards. But similar kind of experience. My first time there when I was with Muscadine. So this is December of 2019. I'm doing my merchandise settlements, all that stuff in the back office, pistol on the table and all, the Carolina settlement.
Yeah.
That's what I just call it. Y'all don't fuck around out there. I love South
it's
Carolina
open
for
carry.
that. Yeah, I love South Carolina for that. But I remember hearing, our tour manager, Lee, came up to me and was like, yo, we got to go. And I'm like, what do you mean? We got to, and he's like, yeah, there was just shots outside. We're, two of our guys are hiding in the trailer right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? So Blind, and then last time we were out there with Trey, we had a really good time out there.
Oh, dude, they're top notch. They take care of you. When you go in there, they're and then there's some, there's a lot of places that treat you like shit. So when you play in some place like that, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I love that place so much.
Favorite place outside of the Carolinas? Because I know I'm sure you've been in Charlotte, you've been in Raleigh, you've been to the shore, been all that. Favorite place you've been outside, or have you not really been outside too much?
My favorite place I've played outside is probably Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Really? We're actually going to be going there not too long from now.
That place is great.
What was the club?
It was actually like a little amphitheater type stage thing. I was opening for Larry Fleet and LV Shane. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. That's my boy.
Yeah.
But I was opening for LV and Larry, and that was an amazing place. But we went through so many damn states that trip. But that place, Mountain Home, Arkansas, was is badass.
Yeah, we're I think going to Oasis, I think is the name of the club out there that we're doing. It's a newer place, but we've never been to Mountain Home. We've had good times in Arkansas, so we love Arkansas. But yeah, that's cool to hear Mountain Home. Where's a place you haven't gotten to play yet that you think you can do this year? I know with the opening slot thing, you kind of just take them as they come, and you don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, so you kind of like get lost in, because like now from opening. So a lot of y'all, if you don't know, like, well, I'm sure people do know. If you go out to a show, you got your opener, and then you have your main act. And opening's a big deal. Like I think people take a lot away from people who are openers. Like that's still a big thing.
Yeah, especially when you're really getting started as far as spreading outside the Carolinas right now.
So I wanted to play Blind Horse really bad, and I wanted to play Coyote Joe's. Like those were two, like, because they're both the two biggest things in the Carolinas that like somebody like me could play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so I got to play both of those things packed out when I'm opening. And now, in May, I've got 2 headlining shows there. So it's,
really? Let's go. That's a big deal, dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Coyote Joe's, but I know Blind Horse for sure. But I'm pretty sure Coyote Joe's too. Yeah, I'm 100% sure I'm playing.
That's a big deal, man.
Yeah, dude. Like that to me was like a big goal, and so I don't really know now like where I can play that's not that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Well, you'll see as you get out there. The world, especially with country music. There's venues all over the country, all over the world. Honestly,
I want to play hard. I mean, what's it called? The Red Rocks. Like I'd love to play there. Like honestly, but
one day, yeah.
That's like
way down the road.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you some South Carolina questions. You a Gamecocks guy or Clemson guy?
Oh fuck the Gamecocks, man. Tigers all the way. I've been a Tiger since I was born. Like. Clemson Tigers, man. If you're a Gamecock fan, sorry.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. And that says a lot.
I got love for Columbia now. I got love for Columbia. They love me in Columbia, but fuck the Gamecocks, man.
I love, like, when you pull into a random gas station in bumfuck South Carolina, and there's just a hat that just says Cox across it. And I was a little kid. I didn't know what that meant. I was like, what do you mean Cox? And now I'm like, oh, it's the mascot.
Wait till you hear 2 grown-ass men, like, completely just argue with each other and make no literal sense, like sound like 2 children over. Like that's how it is. Every bar you walk into, that's how big that rivalry is.
Yeah,
they hate each other. Like you go if it's a little bit better. Like Clemson fans are a little bit nicer to the Carolina fans because we've had like national championships and shit.
Success.
Like we're playing Carolina like we're playing a high school team type thing. But when you go and we play at Williams-Brice, they're like
nasty.
They're very, very mean. If you're wearing orange, they're gonna whoop your ass. Like, they're crazy about that shit. There, dude.
How do you like your boiled peanuts? I know boiled peanuts are a big thing in South Carolina. Are you not a big boiled peanuts guy?
I like mine the right way. Like, I want mine to be cooked. So you have like full on like furnaces. Like they do the shit in, and they cook them to where they like you like pinch them and peanut falls out. But you got all kinds of flavors, man. I'm more of a basic like just salted like. Early morning, it's cold. You got you some coffee, and I grew up around flea markets. Like that's a southern thing. Like people go to the flea market early in the morning. It's cold, so you get you some peanuts and some hot cocoa or coffee or whatever they got, and chow down on that. Damn Cajun ones give me heartburn. So
see, I still fuck with the Cajun ones.
I do too. If I'm in the mood to feel like shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm like it's worth it. I don't have anything to do.
What's the countryest thing you've ever eaten as far as like an animal?
Everybody's ate frog legs. I mean, not everybody.
You ever eaten a squirrel?
Yeah, I've ate squirrel.
Possum?
Not possum. I ate raccoon one time and didn't know that I was being fed raccoon.
How did it come out? Was it like fried or was it in like a stew or like what?
So barbecue is a big thing.
Oh yeah, barbecue's a huge thing.
And there's this guy, man. He can cook the best barbecue you've ever put in your mouth. His name's Brother Sweet. He's a big old preacher man, about 300 pounds, and he cooks the best damn barbecue you ever put in your mouth.
So he barbecued a raccoon?
Well, we get over there, man, and he don't say nothing. He's just got plates, and everybody loves his food. You know what I mean? Like, so nobody asks no damn questions. You know what I mean? Like, they just like, Brother Sweet cook, we gonna get us some damn barbecue. Got to eating it, and it was good, dude. It tasted great. Like, the way he had it prepared, he's a good cook.
Was it pulled like pork or like what?
It fell out. I mean, yeah, it was like, it was a sandwich. It was like a barbecue sandwich, dude. And I'm eating it, got halfway through it, and he looks, and he's like, it's good, ain't it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, He's like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you that was a raccoon, would you? And he wasn't looking at me like he was joking. Like, he was looking at me like he was being dead fucking serious. And my stomach immediately just flipped, bro. And I just ran outside and just hurled, bro. That was one of them damn, that's too redneck. If you're that redneck, you redneck, man. I ain't that redneck. I'm country as hell, but I ain't eating no raccoon.
What's the most redneck shit you've seen beside being unknowingly fed a raccoon by?
Some things I'll have to say off camera, but like...
What's one you can say? Like just redneck something you've seen. Because South Carolina, to me, is up there as far as the redneck scale of places I've been.
God, man. That's hard to say because, I mean, it's fucking red. I mean, we live that way. So, I mean, countless amount of people just, like... I knew an old man who was like 100 years old. This ain't the most redneck thing I ever seen, but this is one that really stands out. Like, we had a guy that like literally just drove around on a tractor. Like, he didn't damn have a car. He didn't have a truck. He was so old that like he never drove a car or truck. He literally would drive to town 5 miles on a tractor, go get milk and bread, and go back home. Yep, Mr. Crawford. I'll never forget him. He could predict the weather like. He's an old farmer, so, like...
He was the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, man, like, this motherfucker could, like, tell you how... If the summer was bad, this is how bad the winter's gonna be. Or, like, if spring's like this is how summer's gonna be. Like... And you listen to him, and you think he's crazy, and then that shit happens, and you're like, well, that motherfucker knew what he was talking about, and he's got his shit ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of your favorite spots here in Nashville to hang out at?
I love Live Oak. I mean, I love being around my team, man. I love, Lex lives in Waylon Jennings' old house, so, like, that spot's, like, you can't get much better than Waylon Jennings' pad to just chill out at, so that spot's definitely the top spot, but, like, hangouts.
Or even food, like...
Food, I love, damn... God, what's the name of that barbecue spot?
Martin's, Jack's, Edley's.
I can't think of the damn spot. The name of the spot.
You know where it's at?
Not really. I know it's in Midtown, I think. I think it's in Midtown. Barbecue spot.
It's got to be Martin's, Jack's, or Edley's, if I'm trying to think. But, yeah, because there's some good... Stillery's pretty good food, too.
I love the Hermitage Cafe, too, man. Like, when they were open.
Yeah, R.I.P. I had some good times there.
Just being terribly drunk and, like... rolling into Hermitage.
Cash only, baby.
And having that old bald-headed guy talk shit to you, that was like the best.
Yeah, they chirped you when you were in there.
Oh, yeah, and they did it, and it was like they didn't do it to be a dick. If they didn't do it to you, they didn't, like, they only fucked with the people. If you go in there multiple times is when they start fucking with you. Like.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that place was, rest in peace, man. That was my favorite, like, breakfast joint, hangover spot, like, all together. Like,
yeah.
Me and Trippy, for 9 times out of 10, we're not eating when we're up here. We're up here working. And then, like, we get drunk, and we're like, we're going to Hermitage and getting some gravy biscuits and knocking the fuck out.
There you go. Awesome, man. Well, where can people go to find you on stuff? Another question I do ask real quick before we get into that is something that I'd say, what would you tell your younger self? But I feel like you're so fucking young, right? Like, you're doing this thing. So that's a question we'll do. I mean, what would you tell your 14-year-old self when you started this songwriting thing?
Well, man, I feel like my life's changed so much so fast, too, that, like, if I'd known 2 years ago what I know now, I'd be ahead. But, like, the main thing I'd tell my younger self, I'd tell that 14-year-old kid not to take no shit off of anybody and to believe in himself. Because, man, like, that dream that he had is very real. And, like, God put something in him. And I'd make sure that he'd know that, because I never really got a whole lot of people to tell me that until I started being successful. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing I'd tell him. And just work your ass off.
Yeah, and you're definitely doing that, man. I'm excited to. It's cool to see where you're at right now, where you've come, and coming from that small little map dot to where you're at now. And I'm excited to see what the future holds. Now, where can people go to find you on all the socials? I know you're not the social media guy, but where can people go to find you?
We're pretty big on TikTok. I think we're almost at 100,000. That one's Mason Horne Music, Mason Horne Official for Instagram, and then just look Mason Horne up on Facebook. YouTube.
You got a website?
Yeah, I've got a. Just Google Mason Horne merch, and it should.
Merch
pop
is
up.
on there, and then your tour dates will be on there as well as you get out there. And the record, do we know when it's coming out? I know it's still early.
It'll be the end of April.
End of April.
We're
Okay,
shooting
so
for the end of April.
So right around when this episode comes out.
We wanna push for 420. I'll say that.
Okay.
That's what I'm not supposed to say that, but I will say it.
One of my favorite days.
Yeah, man. We're pushing for 420.
Hell yeah, man. Well, dude, you guys make sure you check out our boy Mason Horne right here. The boy wonder in a way, and he's growing up fast and kicking ass here in Nashville, Tennessee. And you guys make sure to check out Plowboy Diaries. It's coming out here soon. Really appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you like, rate, subscribe. If you watched on YouTube, thank you. Shout out to the sweet boy back there repping that In the Round t-shirt. Like Mason said, you can get his merch. Google Mason Horne. You can also get our merch. Just hit us up on Instagram or come on out to Around at Live Oak. Shout out to the sponsors, Whaletail Media, Saxman Studios, and our boy Mitch Wallace at The Digital Marketing Agency. Thanks again for watching. I'm Matt Burrill. This is Mason Horne. Y'all have been watching or listening to the In the Round podcast.